This is 7 News.
Tonight, crash tragedy. A Perth mum and the driver killed as a car slams into a tree. 2 others fighting for life. A young bomb victim betrayed by his friends.
Boom, I couldn't see or hear.
A Perth Olympian takes her baby home for Mother's Day as she fights cancer. And back-to-back wins for the Eagles, beating the Lions at the Gabba.
And a bullet goal! That's it for the Eagles!
From the studios of 7 Perth, Samantha Jolly.
Good evening. A Perth mother of 3 and a man in his 20s have been killed after a car slammed into a tree in Nollamira this morning. 2 others are in a critical condition, but one survivor walked away unharmed. A woman whose son had most of his hands blown off in an apparent prank wants police to lay charges of attempted murder. The 15-year-old victim says his friends ran off after the explosion. Indonesian police investigating the poisoning death of Australian teen Liam Davies will fly to Perth to gather evidence against the bar that served him. One of the friends with Liam the night he drank a methanol-laced cocktail has spoken for the first time, telling 7 News he believes he was poisoned too. 2 children sparked a police search when they went missing from their Mandurah home for more than 24 hours. The 12-year-old and 10-year-old brother and sister were returned home this afternoon. The pair failed to come back from a bike ride on Friday morning. It's believed they spent the night at an abandoned house nearby.
It's been very worrying, haven't slept, just been searching, But I'm just glad that they're back, that they've been found.
Police say they were found at a friend's home in Meadow Springs. Perth-born rowing champion Sarah Tate has revealed she's battling cancer, urging other Australian women to stay vigilant for any warning signs. The Olympic silver medalist, who now lives in Melbourne, received the devastating news while pregnant with her 2nd child. A young woman has been rescued 17 days after being buried alive when a garment factory collapsed in Bangladesh. The tragedy has claimed more than 1,000 lives. Prince Harry has paid tribute to fallen soldiers as his week-long tour across the US continues. As a serving soldier himself, the Prince has also met injured war veterans, swapping stories from his own tours of Afghanistan. Stay with us here on 7 News. After the break, the push to beat brain cancer in the next 10 years, plus paying tribute. The Prime Minister visits war graves in Papua New Guinea. And the 2 Perth sisters living their dancing dream. Prime Minister Julia Gillard has returned home after visiting the historic Bamana War Cemetery during her trip to Papua New Guinea. At the foothills of the 96-kilometre Kokoda track, more Australian war dead are buried there than anywhere else.
And if the Japanese had taken Port Moresby, then the history would be a very different one.
At least 3,000 young Australians are buried there, including 23-year-old Private G.C. Whittington, who was captured in one of the iconic images of World War II. Australia's pioneering brain surgeon Charlie Teo has asked the US Congress for $1 billion to fight brain cancer. His ambitious plan is to harness world research and cure the disease in 10 years. 2 Perth sisters are living their dancing dream. Sally and Kate McLennan have been recruited to the world's most famous cabaret, the Lido in Paris. Mick McCallum met them. Sport now with Adrian Barrett and a blow for the Dockers, Barra.
Yes, Sam, a Freo star is a late withdrawal from the Pies game. That's next, plus it's 2 straight for the Eagles. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. The Eagles' dynamic duo does it again.
He's got it!
And all fired up in the NBA playoffs. No respect for King James from a raging bull. The Dockers Collingwood match is coming up straight after the news. That's all in sport. Now here's Sammy.
Thanks, Barra. The Mother's Day forecast next, plus the winning numbers in Saturday Night Lotto. It seems we've seen the last of the showers for a while. Good news for Mother's Day. More on that in a moment. A maximum for today was 19.7 at 2:30. That followed an overnight low of 11.9. The current temperature in the city is 16.6 degrees and the wind is southerly at 9 kilometres an hour. On the chart, a high pressure system is building in the south and with it will come dry days and warmer weather. Let's take a look around the state. Some hot, stormy weather in the north and mostly sunny for the goldfields. Around the nation tomorrow, a sunny 23 degrees for Sydney and early fog in Canberra. On the water, southerly winds in the morning and swell will be southwesterly up to 4 metres. Now for tomorrow's Mother's Day forecast. No rain, light winds and a few clouds, a top of 22 degrees. And then we have sunshine for most of the week, 22 again on Monday and 23 degrees, the top for Tuesday. Now it's time for Saturday Lotto. Good luck. That's all from the 7 News team for now. I'll have updates throughout the evening. Good night.